chat in WhatsApp group. I hope everybody has received it. Have you all received that?
Yes, sir.
I hope you must have already gone through. Anyway, please make time to please go through the theory content, and also I've given the questions also there, so that we can save time in dictating the questions and we can straight away start with the problems. Okay, yeah. So let me start with the class for the day. And this chapter is about the replacement model or replacement theory. Okay. When we try to understand the meaning of the word replacement, in general English, replacement is basically about exchanging or coming out with a different thing. We talk about replacement of machines, replacement of people, replacement of resources. I think in all possible fronts of life, the replacement is a very common activity that takes place. But as far as this theory or this chapter is concerned, we are more concerned about the replacement of items or replacement of machines. Now it is important for us to understand which are the specific situations where usually people go for replacement and what are the things people go for replacement. First, let us try to understand when people go for replacement. See, we have seen that the machines, material, resources, men, or any other resources which have the ability to work will deteriorate its efficiency after a particular period of time. If you take an example of your automobile, it can be a two-wheeler, four-wheeler, six-wheeler, or whatever. After a particular period of time, you can see that the efficiency of the machine or efficiency of the whole product gradually reduces. Usually we call in financial terms as depreciation, right? The machine will start losing its value over a period of time. It is always better to replace the machine when the depreciation has reached a particular level where the cost of product itself is completely gone. Particularly when it comes to automobile, I think depreciation is a very important component they look at, right? If at all you really want to get a good resale value for your product, you should make sure that the depreciation cost is always at the minimum. That is one way we normally look at replacement. And second thing is the maintenance cost. When the machines keep failing very instantly or keeps failing very often, it will definitely hamper the productivity of the whole company. We never expect machines to break down very often because it will hamper the whole process. Therefore, it is important for the organizations to ensure that the machines are always maintained in good condition. If you want the machines to be maintained in good condition, then obviously you have to service it on a regular intervals of time. And when you want to service it at a regular interval of time, definitely the company would incur certain cost. And usually we call it as maintenance cost or running cost. So whenever the machines start absorbing more maintenance or running costs, then it is not wise on the company to continue those machinery. Whenever you feel that the maintenance cost is exorbitantly increasing or it is really not worth keeping that machine anymore, then definitely the company will take a decision for going for replacement. So the replacement is warranted in two important situations. One, when the machines gradually or instantly fail, right? In case if you're not able to use that machine any further, then obviously you have to go for replacement. And second, if the machine continues to break down very often, or if the efficiency has dramatically dropped, even then the organizations have to go for replacement, right? So this is a very important activity that happens in all organizations, irrespective of which sector it is, right? Unless and otherwise you take a good care of machines and equipments and items you have, definitely it will add cost to the company, right? So this particular chapter basically deals with identifying the ideal time when the machines have to be replaced. ಯಾವ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು machine replace ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ it is considered to be a better decision, right? So usually we talk about replacement from four different situations. The first situation is the replacement of capital items. Now what is capital item? It can be an automobile, it can be a two-wheeler, four-wheeler, where a substantial amount of money is invested in procuring that, right? So if you take an example of KSRTC, KSRTC, you all know it's a public transport company and they have a huge fleet of bus. Now the KSRTC has a policy of replacing their old buses with the new ones at a particular period of time. Now what KSRTC has a policy, say for example, if they have their express bus, which is the ordinary buses, they say after every 7 lakh kilometer, they are going to replace the bus. Similarly, if you take an example of Volvo or Airavat bus, they have a policy that after every 11.5 lakh kilometers, they are going to replace those buses. Now, what is the rationale behind this? Very simple. KSRTC with its experience has realized that if you continue to run the buses which has already completed 7 lakh kilometers in case of ordinary buses, then definitely the wear and tear or the breakdown would definitely happen more, or the buses will not be able to work or run as per the expectations. Continuous breakdown or the drop in mileage or huge incurrence in maintenance cost or majority of the parts getting completely damaged. So these complaints started coming up in a big way, which ideally not a good condition when it comes to a public transport company. Because whenever you have a breakdown in middle of the road when the journey is going on, obviously it creates definitely a lot of turbulence to customers, passengers, the fleet operators, everyone, and definitely it's a cost to the company as well, right? So if you really want to provide a quality service to your passengers, I think maintaining your bus in good condition is extremely important. So this is exactly how KSRTC has a policy of replacement purely on the basis of the number of kilometers driven. After every 7 lakh plus kilometers driven by the ordinary bus, they go for replacement. Similarly, Volvo, since it is a huge amount of money being invested, and definitely the machine has got the capacity of running in good condition up till 11.5 to 12 lakh kilometer. Again, now there are different versions or different variants within the Volvo category, and depending upon which version the KSRT is procuring, this replacement time and replacement value also can differ. That is one very strategic example that I can take as far as replacement of capital machine is concerned. It is not only with respect to automobile. I think in all companies this policy is there, right? If you take an example of a heavy manufacturing company, every machine has got certain shelf life. You cannot use a machine for infinite time. You can't use it for centuries. We can't do it, right? Every machine has got a shelf life, and within that shelf life the machines have to be replaced. This is one common area where the replacement plays an important role. Second one is about the group replacement policy. Now, what is this group replacement? See, if you take an example of electric bulb, an electric bulb is something which does not gradually fail. It fails instantly. Bulb burn ಆದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ bulb replace ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. There is no question of repairing it, or there is no question of adding some filament to it, and no, it doesn't work that way. If the bulb burns, it has to be replaced. These are certain items which instantly fail. At least tube light nalli you have an option of identifying whether the tube light is failing gradually or not, because we could see that on the either edges of the tube light you can see a black coat start developing. That gives a clear indication that now the bulb is actually losing its life. The moment it completely becomes black or dark, now you come to know that this is the time for replacement. This is something which fails gradually. You get a lot of indications about it. But as far as electric bulb is concerned, you never get such indications. Instantly the bulb blows off and you have to replace it. I would like to take an example of a very popular historical monument in Karnataka, that's Mysore Palace. Right? So the Mysore Palace is a classic example for group replacement policy. I hope everybody must have seen Mysore Palace, and it is very popular for the lighting which it carries. Right? The golden yellow bulbs which are basically used to lit the entire Mysore Palace, right? Which really is one of the very important attractions of it. Now, as far as replacement policy is concerned, how this monument is an example is what we need to understand. Approximately around 1 lakh plus electric bulbs are used by Mysore Palace authorities to lit the entire Mysore Palace, right? Approximately around 1 lakh plus. Now it is humanly impossible for a person or maybe the group of people to keep identifying which bulb is blown out, because when you switch on the monument, the entire 1 lakh plus bulb lights. Definitely, it is very sure that all 1 lakh bulb is not working in good condition. Here and there, you could see some bulbs could have gone out. It is not possible for the palace authorities to go and keep replacing every worn out bulb on a daily basis and do it, because it's going to be a very cumbersome process. manually, as well as it takes a lot of time, energy, and cost also. If you start replacing the bulb individually, it is a very costly affair as well, because the cost per bulb is always costlier when it comes to buying the bulb in bulk quantity. So what palace authorities do is, instead of replacing the bulb as and when they fail, they have a policy of replacing the entire bulb in one particular period of time. ನನಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ how many years they actually have this time fixed, but very long back I've heard that after every 3 years, the palace authorities is going to change the entire 1 lakh plus bulb in one shot. Now you can ask me a question, sir. In case if the palace authority has a policy of replacing the entire 1 lakh bulb after every 3 years, there could be a possibility that many bulbs could be in good condition, but still you're going for replacement. Yes, there could be more than 50% bulb definitely in good condition, but still the company is going for replacing it, because they believe that if they're able to buy the entire 1 lakh bulb at one shot, the cost per bulb could be bare minimum. Okay. And second thing is, usually ee tara companies ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, whenever they go for group replacement, they would identify a vendor who is going to take all this scrap material. Okay, so all 1 lakh bulb, whichever they're going to replace, the old bulbs will be given to that vendor or maybe that scrap collection fellow, who is also going to pay some money to the palace authority, because he would definitely know that minimum 30 to 35% of the bulb could be in good condition, which he in turn may use it for reselling or maybe use it for different purpose. So what I'm trying to tell you from this example is, irrespective of whether the machine is in good condition or not, whether the item is in good condition or not, after a particular period of time, you're going to replace the entire lot, because the companies feel that is more profitable than individually replacing it as and when they fail. This is the second important type of policy which most of the companies adopt when you have a bulk or a large amount of quantities or items used for replacement. Either smaller quantities ge, smaller machines ge, this policy is not applicable. Whenever you have a huge number of items being taken up, like Mysore Palace number of bulbs, or it could be electronic diodes in a particular circuit, either a large quantities, it is always better to go for group replacement policy, because it's a economical affair, or maybe the company can save a huge amount of money. And the third very common scenario where the replacement is normally employed is about the staffing process. Whenever you are trying to recruit people in a large quantity, usually they go for staffing process. I think the best example is the COVID-19. Yeah, COVID-19, we see that the frontline warriors are in great demand. We require people, particularly from medical, paramedical, and medical technicians and all that. So there, you need to hire them on a bulk quantity. And in case if there are any problems associated, particularly if any of the medical staff is found to be positive, then all the workers along with them have to be quarantined. So atarala problems iddaga, I think in there also the replacement policies can be used, where you're trying to replace the people batch wise. Instead of taking the entire hospital into account, maybe you try to segregate them into different departments or different shifts, and then based on the problems associated, you can go for replacement. That is one common example. And staffing the lowest, particularly when you want people to work in different shifts, there also the concept of replacement can be used. And one more very important area could be on mortality. So mortality is basically about, now in COVID also, again an example for mortality rate. We've seen that mortality has become a very important parameter to assess the complexity or the seriousness of the problem. If the mortality rates is increasing, it gives a clear indication that the medical system of that particular country is in the process of getting collapsed. We have seen in US what's happening, right? Almost more than 25 lakh plus people are infected, and more than 1.5 lakh people have already lost their life. So the mortality rate is almost approximately around 3.5 to 4%, right? So this is a clear indicator which gives a picture to the medical authorities or the government about the seriousness of the problem. Every single disease that we have in India has got certain mortality, right? And once the mortality rate increases, then naturally that particular disease becomes more deadly. We usually call a particular disease more deadly yavaga when the death rate increases. So mortality is basically about the death rate, right? So the death rate increases, naturally the complexity or the seriousness involved in the problem also gets elevated. So such pandemic situation or medical crisis or health crisis can be ascertained with the application of replacement. That is also one very important area where the concept of replacement can be used. And finally, we can use in other miscellaneous problems as well. It could be like a replacement of a particular machine in specific situation, or using machines for various purposes. Because we have seen that particularly during this COVID-19, many physical facilities have been used for different purposes. Now the schools, colleges, chowdhuries, convention centers, exhibition grounds, I think all of them are being converted to care centers, because we've seen that the existing hospitals are not sufficient to cater the requirements of the COVID patients. So Atara specific cases kuda, we can use the concept of replacement, where we can assess whether this facility can be converted into a makeshift hospital so that the requirement of the patients can be taken care. It's not a permanent modifications though. It's a temporary arrangement that you actually make so as to accommodate the requirement. And then once the situation is normal, or once the situation is back to the control, you can probably convert them to the original facility. So Athara situations kuda, we can probably use the concept of replacement, right? So by and large, so the replacement theory, or this particular chapter talks about ideally what is the time that the company should take as far as replacing a machine is concerned. So ಯಾವ time period ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು machines na replace ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, and if you're able to decide that ideal time, so that your overall cost in procuring it, or overall cost in maintaining that particular item, can be always kept at minimum. So basically the whole objective of this particular chapter is to identify the ideal replacement time. So ಯಾವ time ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ replace ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ, if you are able to assess it accurately, then the objective of this particular chapter is fulfilled. Okay, so here as far as this particular chapter is concerned, we basically have three different types of problems we come across. Rather, we call it as three different cases actually. The first type is the replacement of items that deteriorate with time. This is basically a gradual deterioration. They don't fail instantly or suddenly. Over a period of time, the efficiency keeps coming down. Okay, that is one category of problem. The second category of problem is the replacement of item that fails suddenly. Okay, so like electric bulb, you will never get an indication whether it is going to fail. It is happening in terms of CFL or maybe tubes. As far as electric tubes are concerned, you will definitely get indications. But as far as the fluorescent bulbs are concerned, you never have any indication. If there is a small variation in voltage, immediately you can see that the bulb blows. That's something which fails suddenly. And there are a lot of equipments in industries which fail suddenly, where you have absolutely no indications of vehicle breakdown. Everything is perfect. You never know the reason for failure. All of a sudden the vehicle may break down. Puncture irbodu. Something you never anticipate when the vehicle gets punctured. Now, thanks to all tubeless tires and all that. But if you look at the conventional tires, it is something which nobody can anticipate. Why all that? Our own human body, you never know when what happens to our body, right? Heart attacks, for example, or cardiac arrest, heart attack, very problems with the renal conditions, brain. There are many parts of the body which give absolutely no indications about its gradual failure. Instantly that might fail, right? So emergency management or emergency medical management systems are very important to address those problems. So even the human body is also not an exception to it. Even here, even with ourselves, we can face all these situations. So same thing happens with the machines and the industry as well, right? So these are the two important category of problems that we are going to address here. One, which fails or which gradually lose its efficiency over a period of time. And the second type of problem that we are going to address here is something which fails instantly or something which fails suddenly. So depending upon the type of the problem and type of data what we have different mechanisms to solve the problem, and we will be able to identify. But in both the cases, ultimately we are trying to take a call like which is the ideal period for replacement. So ಯಾವ time ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು machine na replace ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ calculate ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, that is the bottleneck. That is basically what we are trying to understand from this particular chapter. Okay, so are you all clear with the theoretical aspect? Did you all understand what exactly this chapter is all about? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
I think with this theory background, with this conceptual clarity, we'll try to start solving the problem. I hope everybody have the PDF material with you. I want everyone to please open that material, and we'll start with the first category of problems, which is replacement of items that deteriorate with time. Okay, so there are more questions ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. So let's try to solve all the three questions. I think with that you'll be able to understand the first category of problems. Okay, so please open up your PDF document. So in the second page you can see the questions being given there. So let me start solving the problem. Okay. So so yeah. Okay, so let's start with the first question now. I'll read the question for you. I want everyone to please understand the logic, and then we can start solving the problem. The first question goes like this. The cost of machine is rupees 61,000 and its scrap value is rupees 1,000. The maintenance cost found for the past experience are as follows. Now they've given two important data here. They've given the data for the last 8 years, and the maintenance cost for each year is given to you. And now what is the question asked? You are supposed to decide when should the machine be replaced. I've been telling you the overall objective of all the questions in replacement chapter is to identify which is the right time for replacement. So ಯಾವ time ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನು replace ಮಾಡಬೇಕು is something what you're supposed to determine or understand from this particular problem. Okay. So before we start solving this problem, let me tell you certain terminologies that we use in this replacement chapter. The most common type of terminologies that we use in replacement problem is the first one is called as maintenance cost. Okay, because the whole aspect of replacement is based on maintenance cost. Maintenance cost is actually the crux of the whole problem, because whenever you find that the replacement cost is really going up or really increasing, I think it is always better to go for replacement, because it is not worth anymore to use the machine or a product which is actually adding cost to the company. Okay, again there are certain synonyms that we use as far as maintenance cost is concerned. So maintenance cost na question paper nalli ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ terminologies na use ಮಾಡಿ define ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. It is not always the maintenance cost is the term which is used. The most commonly used terms which is the synonym for maintenance cost are, the first one is running cost. Running cost andru ondane, maintenance cost andru onde, operating cost andru onde. These are the three common words that usually used by the examiners to define the maintenance cost. So exam ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ತರ ಬೇರೆ terms ಬಂದ್ರೆ please don't get panic. All the three terms are same. I'll repeat again: the maintenance cost, running cost, and the operating cost. So all the three are exactly the same. Okay, I hope everybody is clear now. Okay, ಈ ಮೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ it means the same. It means it's a maintenance cost. That is one thing. The second common type of terminology that we use in replacement problem is the resale value or salvage value. See, every product will definitely have certain resale value. I think it is best suited when it comes to automobile. If automobile and you purchase ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, it could be two-wheeler or four-wheeler, and definitely every two-wheeler or four-wheeler will have a certain resale value. So in fact this is also one of the very important parameters when you want to buy a new vehicle also. ನೀವು ಒಂದು new vehicle na buy ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ there are many parameters which normally people consider into account. One of the very important parameters is resale value also. So ಯಾವ brand of vehicle ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ resale value ಇರುತ್ತೆ, that vehicle people prefer to buy more, because they know that even after using it for certain time, if I want to sell it back to the market, I'll be able to get a better price. So better resale value idre, definitely it is something which people would appreciate or people would look for, right? So in replacement problem, this resale value is also an important criteria or important parameter on which the replacement period can be decided. Okay, that is second value. So resale value or salvage value is one and the same. Again, examiners keep using these words interchangeably. Resale value athwa salvage value, they are one and the same. Okay, And then the next important type of thing is about depreciation. I think depreciation is something which always have to be taken into account, because that is an indicator about the life of a particular machine. Okay, if the depreciation is really increasing in a big way, after a particular period of time, it becomes equal to the cost of the machine itself. Aga the value of your resale becomes zero. Depreciation mata ನಿಮ್ಮ cost of the machine same adre, then the resale becomes zero. That means it has to be scrapped. You have absolutely not a single rupee you can extract from this particular thing. Agage, it is always better to have a better control or keep an eye on depreciation value. If it is depreciating in a very fast way, or if it is depreciating in a quick way, it very clearly indicates that the efficiency is losing very fast. So there has to be certain intervention made by the company, either for going replacement, or when you are trying to buy a similar items next time. I think your past experience will help you decide. I think the best example is about KSRTC, BMTC in LA. Marco Polo buses were bought. Tata Marco Polo buses were bought by BMTC. I don't know how many of you have traveled in those buses. I think that was considered to be like a white elephant for BMTC, because the vehicle was so badly hit in the market in terms of maintenance cost. Every other day, the vehicle used to break down, and the mileage was very bad. And the company used to incur a huge amount of expenses as far as maintaining those buses were concerned. And finally, the BMTC took a decision that they are not going to use this Marco Polo buses anymore, because the operating cost is really increasing in a big way, right? So some policy decisions, I mean, a mistake or a failure or a wrong policy decision can really hamper your entire profitability as well. I think this is one classic example. Similarly, in many industries, we could see that because of favorism or nepotism, or because of some undue advantage, they might buy it from some companies, although they are not really very reputed in the market for giving a better quality. Because of bribe and many other misappropriation, the company might buy the inferior product, and it may directly have an impact on their profitability as well. We have seen this is a very common problem in all government purchases. The government purchases it's a very common thing, because they always take bribe and try to honor some of the purchases, which is really not worth it. And you can see the impact of it in a very short span of time. Adella very common problems. So that is something where depreciation normally comes into picture. Right? I think these are the three important parameters or important things you need to understand as far as the first type of question is concerned. Now we are trying to understand about the concept of how the machines, or rather the items, will fail with time. Okay, they basically fail not instantly, they gradually fail. So you all have all indicators, or all what do you say, mm, uh, alerts you will get from the machines, so that the machine will give a clear indication that everything is not fine, right? So you don't have a shock. It doesn't fail instantly in one particular point of time. It gradually fails. Okay, so ಆ ತರ machines ಇದ್ದಾಗ now how replacement policy has to be adopted, or when the machines have to be replaced, is what we have to solve in this problem. So let me take the first question and try to explain the concept here. I think already I've read the question here. They have given two important type of data in this question. The first data is the cost of the machine. Please understand, in replacement problem, the cost of the machine is given by C. C represents cost. So cost of the machine is C. Okay. So C here in this particular problem, C is given as 61,000 rupees. So 61,000 rupees is the cost of the machine. That is one value. And the second value they've given is the scrap value. Scrap value andru onde, the resale value anta andru onde, ಅಥವಾ salvage value andru onde. All the three are same. Scrap, resale, salvage. All the three are same. That is given as 1,000 rupees. And finally, they're given the maintenance cost. So maintenance cost, now we call it as F of N. Right? Maintenance cost is denoted by the symbol F of N. So they've given the maintenance cost for all the 8 years here. So with this data, we are supposed to determine when the machine has to be replaced. Andre, whenever you have any problem on replacement, these are the minimum data required. Minimum data in ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. One, you need to know what is the cost of machine. C value ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. The second is you need to know the value of resale value. Resale value or scrap value or salvage value should be known to you. That is second one. And third one, you need to know the maintenance cost, because the whole problem is based on the maintenance cost. That is the third important data you need to know. Okay, so with this data, we should be able to solve the problem. Okay, have you understood the question now, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now let me start solving the problem. First, as usual, let us write down the data given in the question paper in the same order. So the data given to you is the year is given to you. So here is the first data. They are given totally how many years? 8 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Totally 8 years they are given, and they are given the maintenance cost. The maintenance cost is denoted by the symbol F of N. Please remember, maintenance cost, operating cost, running cost. All the three means the same. They are just the synonyms. ಕೆಲವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನರ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. The meaning is same. Maintenance, operating, and the running cost. All the three are same. So they've given the maintenance cost for all the 8 years. So the values I'm writing down: 1,000 for the first year, 2,500 for second year, 4,000 is for the third year, 6,000 is for the fourth year, 9,000 is for the fifth year, 12,000 is for the sixth year, 16,000 is for the seventh year, and 20,000 for the eighth year. So they've given the values for all the 8 years now. Now with this data, I'm supposed to determine the ideal replacement period. Idishtu data kotirtane. Okay. Now, once you have the year and the maintenance cost, what is the next step? The next step in that you are supposed to calculate summation of F of N. That is the next step. Now, what is the meaning of summation? Summation andre cumulative values. Are you understanding? In mathematics, the symbol summation is used to denote cumulative value. So, LLE cumulative values na calculate ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು summation symbols na use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Okay? When I say summation Fn, it means I am supposed to find the cumulative value for the running cost, or maintenance cost, or operating cost. Maintenance cost, running cost, or operating cost. Though cumulative values have to be determined. That is the third step. Or first step as far as your problem is concerned. First, I am supposed to calculate the cumulative value. Okay, can you please tell me the cumulative value quickly? Tell me the cumulative values. What is the first value?
1,000.
Yeah,
1,000.
Cumulative value, first value will write as it is, and then we'll add zigzag. So 1,000 plus next one, next value will write
3,500.
3,500. Next,
7,500.
7,500.
next,
13,500.
1,500. Okay. Next,
22,500.
500. Next,
34,500.
500. Okay. Next,
50,500.
3,500. Okay. Last value.
70,500.
So that's the first step. So you are supposed to calculate the cumulative maintenance cost or cumulative running cost. So it ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ next ನಾವು ಏನು calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? We are supposed to calculate D. Now what do you mean by D here? D is nothing but the depreciation cost. Okay, you are supposed to calculate the depreciation cost. So the depreciation cost is given by a simple formula C minus S. That is the formula for calculating D. Okay, what is the formula for calculating depreciation? The depreciation is given by a simple formula C minus S, where C is nothing but the cost of the item and S is nothing but the scrap value or resale value. So I am supposed to determine the value of D. Now if you look at your question paper, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು possibility ಬರುತ್ತೆ. The first possibility is they might give a common value of scrap value for the whole problem, like this. ಈ question ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ single scrap value ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. It is given as, what is the scrap value given in this question? Can anybody please tell me?
1,000.
Yeah. So 1,000 rupees is common for the whole years. Into ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ common ಆಗಿ 1,000 rupees ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. That is one way of asking question. The second way is, if you look at the second question in this problem, in this method, they would give the individual or different scrap value for different years. ಹೇಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಮೇಂಟೆನೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇದೆ, ಅದೇ ತರ they might give different scrap value for different years. So this is the two way of asking question. The first way of asking question is they might give you a scrap value which is constant or which is common to the whole problem. That is one type. Second type, like running cost, they might give the scrap value for different years as well. ಅವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, the depreciation year wise separate ಆಗಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. But here we don't have that problem because the C and S value is constant. ಇಡೀ problem ಒಂದೇ ಇದೆ. Can you tell me what is the value of C? What is the value of C?
61,000.
C andre ಏನು? It is nothing but the cost of equipment. The cost of equipment na we call it as C. So here the cost of equipment is given as 61,000 rupees and the S value is given as 1,000 rupees. Since I am calculating depreciation, that for all the 8 years the value remains same. Ili change agalla yakandre constant value. They've just given one C. Of course C andu change agalla. The S could change, but S also it is constant throughout. Therefore the whole 8 years yeah, the value of D remains same. Can you tell me what is the D value now? What will be D value?
60,000. 60,000.
Because 61,000 minus 1,000. ಇಲ್ಲಿ C 61,000 and S is 1,000. ಅದನ್ನು subtract ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ we get 60,000. So 60,000 is the depreciation value which is common for all the 8 years. So ಅಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ same value ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ change ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ because it is given constant. Okay, so we'll write down 60,000 for all the 8 years common. This is your third step. Okay, so I'll get depreciation calculated. So after the depreciation is calculated, the next step is you are supposed to find out the total cost. What is the next step? You are supposed to calculate the total cost. Total cost na calculate madam. I'll write it here because the reflection bರ್ತದೆ. Are you able to see now? It is the next value is total cost. TC calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Still, I think you are not able to see this. Okay, now I think you can see again. So now I'm supposed to calculate the total cost. Okay, so what is total cost? The total cost is given by the simple formula. Please understand. Summation of F of n plus D. This is the formula. Okay, the total cost is given by the formula. Summation of F of x, F of n. What do you mean by summation of F of n? Which is nothing but your cumulative value. ನಿಮ್ಮ cumulative running cost value ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, that is called a summation of n, and then it should be added with the depreciation cost. So column number 3 and 4 ಎರಡು add ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ we will get the total cost. Can you please total and give me the answers now quickly? Can you tell me the first value how much we get? Hello?
61,000.
61,000.
Please remember this step clearly. Summation Fn plus T. So the first value becomes 61,000. Second value is 63,000.
63,500.
It is 67,000.
7,500.
73,500. Then it is 82,500. Then it is 94,500. Then it is 1,10,500. And finally, it is for
1,30,500.
Now this becomes your total cost. Okay, again in calculate ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. We calculated cumulative running cost, and after that we calculated depreciation, and then we calculated total cost. Now we'll come to the final calculation, that is called the average cost. Average cost na we use the symbol A of n. Please remember the formula or the notation that is used to denote the average cost. Average cost na ನಾವು A of n ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. It is called as what? Average cost. So the last calculation for this problem is you are supposed to decide or calculate average cost. Average cost na calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So average cost is calculated or it is determined by the simple formula. ಏನಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? It is nothing but the total cost divided by n. This is the formula. The average cost is determined by the formula TC divided by n. Now what do you mean by n here? N is nothing but the corresponding year. Okay, n is nothing but the corresponding year, and TC you all know, TC is nothing but the total cost. Okay, then calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. This is the last step. Okay, let me explain how do we calculate. For the first year, the total cost is 61,000 rupees. Okay, that is your TC. And what do you mean by n? N is nothing but the year. What is the year? Year is 1, and the 63,000 divided by 1. Sorry, 61,000 divided by 1. Again, the value. So this will become 61,000 itself. because anything divided by 1, the value remains same. Now we'll come to second year. 63,500 divided by n. N ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 divided by 2. Can you please tell me the value ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? What is
31,750.
Sorry, how much?
31,750.
31,750. That becomes your second value. Okay. So correct idea? Yeah. Now we'll come to the third value. So what is the third value? What is the third value now? 67,500 divided by 3. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ?
33,750.
Sorry? Correct ನೋಡಿ.
33,750.
61,500 divided by 3 divided by corresponding year.
22,500.
22,500.
This is third year. So 67,500 divided by 3 ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ?
22,500.
500. Now come to the fourth value. 73,500 divided by 4.
18,375.
18,375. Good. Okay. Next. 82,500 divided by 5.
16,500.
16,500. Okay. Next. 94,500 divided by 6.
15,750.
750. Na? Okay. Next. 1,10,500 divided by 7.
15,786.
Decimal idre adu ಹೇಳಿ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ.
I rounded off, sir.
No, you have to give the decimal, no problem. Idin round ಮಾಡೋ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. How much you get?
15,785.7.
Okay, 0.70. Okay. And last year, 1,30,500 divided by 8.
1,16,312.5.
150. Ilige question completes. Okay. Now we have done all the calculation. Now it's a time to draw conclusion. Conclusion is very simple here. Here conclusion draw ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. The conclusion for this problem is drawn on the basis of your average cost. So average cost becomes the basis for drawing the conclusion. Now what is the logic here, or what is the rationale? Very simple. The replacement policy says that it is always better to replace the machine or the item when the average cost is minimum or lowest in the entire process. ಯಾವ ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ average cost lowest ಇರುತ್ತೆ, that is the right time to go for replacement. Now can you please look at the average cost column and tell me when it is better to go for replacement? ನೋಡಿ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡೋಣ.
60 years.
60 years, sir.
So first you have to identify which is the lowest value in this particular value. Average cost the lowest value na identify ಮಾಡಿ. Which is the lowest value here? The lowest value is 15,750. This is the lowest value. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ corresponding year ಯಾವುದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? The corresponding year is 6th year. ಅಂದ್ರೆ what is the conclusion now? Very simple. The conclusion is the company should go for replacement at the end of 6th year. That is the conclusion. Okay, so how do you write the conclusion now? The conclusion is the company should replace at the end of, at the end. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಈ ವರ್ಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು end ಅಂತ. ಯಾಕೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನಾವು end ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು at the end of 6th year. So this is the conclusion. So ಇದು ಹೇಗೆ conclusion ಬಂತು? Very simple. You should see the average cost. ಯಾವ ಇಯರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ average cost lowest ಇರುತ್ತೆ, that is a time where the company should go for replacement. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು very important point ನೀವು ಗಮನಿಸಬಹುದಿದೆ, lowest value ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ you can see the cost start increasing. ನೋಡಿ 7th year ಅಲ್ಲಿ cost ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, 8th year again the cost is going up, which very clearly indicates that if you continue to use this machine even after 6 years, your maintenance cost will start increasing. However, it is not worth keeping that machine anymore because you have to spend more money on breakdown, wear and tear and all that. So logically, no, it is not just solving some problem and getting answer. You should also be able to appreciate the practical application of that. Like whenever we go for any replacement, we always have this point in our mind that our maintenance cost should always be minimum. If you take an example of automobile, Why Maruti company is always respected by Indians more? Because the Maruti cars always have the least maintenance cost. ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಬ್ರಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ನ ನೀವು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ Maruti has got the lowest maintenance cost, and that is also one of the very important reasons why they're able to sell more economy cars. Because economy car owners are all concerned about maintenance cost. Mercedes-Benz car owner is never bothered about the maintenance cost because would have spent a huge money on buying the car itself. So is not bothered about the maintenance cost. But somebody who is investing 3 lakh, 4 lakh or less than 5 lakh, they're definitely concerned about what is the cost that they are incurring on maintaining the car in good condition. So if when you're catering that category of customer, you always have to keep your maintenance cost at minimum. Okay, so that is one of the practical examples that we can relate as far as replacement is concerned. So did you all understand the concept now, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is all about this question. So whenever you have a problem on the replacement, the question will be very simple. When the machine has to be replaced, and then in question filter, and for that question, the answer can be obtained by calculating the average cost. So average cost now calculate madbekagutta. So once the average cost is calculated, the year where the average cost is minimum or lowest, that is the time where the company should go for replacement. Clear? Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think now with this, we'll try to take up the second question now. So shall I wipe this part, everybody? Have you made a note of it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah? Okay. So let me take the second question now. Yeah. So let me take the second question. So the second question goes like this. Okay, what is the second question? A machine costs rupees 10,000. So what is this 10,000 now? Hello?
Cost,
C
sir.
value, sir.
C value, very good. The C value is given as 10,000. Its operating cost and the resale value are given below. Determine what time it should be replaced. Same question. Okay. Really, the only change between the previous question and this question is, in the previous question, the resale value or scrap value was kept constant. All 8 years ke single value it was given as 1,000 rupees. But in second question, you could see that the resale value also is variable, or also it's varying across the years. It is not constant throughout. For every year, the resale value also keeps varying. And it is very practical. We know that as and when the machine becomes older, the resale value also comes lesser. Right? You got 2 years old vehicle, 10 years old vehicle, you compare madadre, obviously the 10-year-old vehicle will always have lesser resale value compared to a 2-year-old. So the older it is, the resale value also becomes less. So it's a very practical way of putting at the question. So they have given the question here. So they have given the operating cost and also they have given the resale value. Now we are, with the help of this question or data, we are supposed to solve the problem. As I already said, operating cost, maintenance cost, or running cost, all the three are same. Muru vande artha. Okay, running, operating, and maintenance. Remember this. Similarly, resale value, scrap value, or salvage value, all the three are same. So these are the various synonyms they use as far as defining these terminologies are concerned. Okay. So let me take the data now. Now I want you to please answer me this question. You answer that. The first is year. Okay, totally they have given how many years? 8 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The next is the operating cost. Operating cost is nothing but F of N. So which are the values given now? 1,000 rupees for the first year, 1,200, 1,400, 1,700. Then we have 2,000, 2,500. Then we have 3,000, and finally it is 3,500. Okay. Can you please tell me what is the next step to be done after this? Next time calculate madbekagutta. Yeah.
Summation F of N.
Sorry. What are we supposed to do next?
Cumulative value.
We are supposed to determine the cumulative value, which is nothing but summation of F of N. Okay. Can you please tell me the cumulative values quickly now? How much we get? How much we get the cumulative values? So 1000. Please keep telling me the values now.
2,200.
Okay. Third year.
3,600.
Okay. Next.
5,300. 7,300.
Okay.
9,800.
Okay.
12,800.
Okay.
16,300.
16,300. Okay. Previous question we directly calculated D because the C and S value was constant. The scrap value is not same for the whole year. It is different for different year. First, let us write down the S values. S value is separate because this is the new column we are introducing because the values are different for different years. If the constant value is given to you, directly we could have written D value, but let's write down the scrap value. Can one of you please tell me the scrap value? Kelly, question paper in the values, Kelly. What is scrap value?
6,000.
Okay. Second year?
4,000.
Okay.
3,200.
Okay.
2,600.
Okay.
2,500.
Okay.
2,400.
Okay.
2,000.
Hmm.
1,600.
Now this is your S value. So after the S value is determined, what is the next thing to be done? Now I'm supposed to find the value. D value na calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. What is the formula for D?
C minus S.
C minus S. So C minus S is the formula. Now what do you mean by C here? C is nothing but the cost of equipment or the cost of the item. So what is the cost of the item in this problem?
10,000.
10,000 rupees, which is constant. 10,000 is constant. Of course, the S value will keep changing. Now, can you please subtract 10,000 from each of the value and tell me the answers now? Really? The value
4,000.
10,000 here. That is nothing but the cost of machine. Okay, that is C. So the first value is 10 minus 6. So 4,000. Then it is 6,000. Then it is 6,800. Then it is 7,400. Then it is 7,500. 7,600. Then 8,000. And then it is 8,400. So the depreciation for all the 8 years is calculated by a simple formula C minus S. Okay. After depreciation, what is the next step to be calculated? What's
Total
next?
cost.
Yeah, very good. So we need to find out total cost. Can you please tell me what is the formula for the total cost? How do we calculate total cost? Total cost is equals to? Yeah, what's the formula?
Summation f of n
Summation
plus
F
d.
of A.
Summation of F of n plus D. That is the cumulative running cost. When it is added with depreciation, we get the total cost. That is, the third column should be added with the fifth column. So the add we'll get the total cost. Now, can you please tell me the values quickly? How much we get first value?
5,000, sir.
Yeah. So 5,000 is the first value. And what's the second value?
8,200.
Okay, third value.
10,400.
Okay, next.
7,900.
No, correct.
1 minute, sir. 1 minute, sir.
7,400 plus 5,300. Yeah, cost just
12,700.
700, sir.
Please make sure that you are not making any mistake in addition and all that. These are simple questions. Okay, yeah, next.
14,500.
14,800.
800. Nodi correct ಆಗಿ columns ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ mismatch ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. Please rule paper ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ better. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ values ತಪ್ಪು entry ಮಾಡಬಾರದು. This is simple arithmetic.
17,400. 17,400.
400. Okay. Next year.
20,800.
And what is the final value?
24,700.
24,700. Good. Okay, so we have got the total cost. Okay, once the total cost is calculated, the last step of this problem is I'm supposed to find out the average cost. Average cost has to be calculated, which is nothing but A of n. And what's the formula for A of n? Total cost divided by n. N is nothing but the corresponding year. Okay, that means for each total cost, I should be dividing by the respective year. That is the n value. So for the first year, 5,000 divided by 1. So we'll get as 5,000 itself. Okay, now can you please tell me the second value? 8,200
4,100.
2. Is Bharata? 4,100. Okay. Third year.
100.
10,400 divided by 3. How much we get?
3,466.66.
Sorry? 3,000?
466.66.
Okay. Next. 12,700 divided by 4.
3,175.
3,175. Okay. 14,800 divided by 5.
2,960.
2,000.
960.
Next. 17,400 divided by 6.
2,900.
2,900. Okay. 2,800 divided by 7.
2,971.42.
Okay. And last year, 24,700 divided by 8.
3,875.5.
Sorry.
87, sir. 87. 087.
3,087.5.
5.
Okay. So now this is the value. Now, as you all know, we have done with the basic requirements now. Now it's a time to draw the conclusion. So can you please tell me when the machine has to be replaced? Yavag machine replace madbekagata? What is the logic behind this?
Minimum values.
Yeah,
6
you are supposed to identify when will be the average cost is minimum in the entire problem. So ED problem, you can see that the average cost which is minimum, the minimum average cost is 2,900. So 2,900 is the minimum cost, and you should see the corresponding year. So yav year only 2,900 is there. When is which year? 6th year.
Yeah.
So what is the conclusion now? The machine, okay, the machine has to be replaced, at the end of 6th year. At the end of 6th year. That's the conclusion. A very simple question, and you can easily score 10 marks in the exam for this question. ಏನು ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ rocket science ಇಲ್ಲ. It's a very basic mathematical operations of addition and division we are doing here. Only thing is you have to remember these steps here. So ಏನು ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಆ steps ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ I think it's a very simple question to solve. Have you all understood the first method now, everyone? Everybody clear? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can I ask you to solve the third question by yourself? Can you do this? The third problem. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, exactly the same as second question. Only thing the data is different. So I want everyone to please try the third question. And today I'll be taking one more class in the evening because your preparatory exam is going to start from Monday. And of course, this chapter I've not included for preparatory. I'll tell you the syllabus by evening. But since we have to complete the syllabus as well, I'll be taking the evening. I want everyone to please complete this third question alone before evening. I think by 4 o'clock I'll be taking class. I think one question solved it should not take more than 5-6 minutes. I think you can do it. So please give me the answer for this question by evening, and evening we'll take up the next method. So we'll try to finish this chapter, I think maximum by tomorrow. It's a very simple chapter. Only 3 different methods are there. I think we have finished with the first method. The second and third method we'll try to do it today and tomorrow. Okay. So is it clear? Everyone is clear with the first method now? Any doubts, any questions, any clarifications? Yeah, please do answer.
It's clear, sir.
Yeah, okay. I think you please try the third question, and we can stop the class for the time being. And evening I will post the time. I think I should be taking at 4 o'clock. I hope everybody is free by 4, right? You finished all your other classes by 4, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 4 o'clock we can have the class then. 4 or 4, 5, 10 minutes here and there, not a problem. Anyway, I'll post the message in the WhatsApp group, and then we will take up the second method too. Okay, yeah. And parallelly, you please try to complete your assignments as well. I think you have agreed to submit your assignment by this Sunday, right, everyone? Yeah.
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll be sharing the link in WhatsApp, Quick Learn, maybe by tomorrow or day after. So please complete all the assignments. I think 3 chapters you have to submit together. I think assignment, sequencing, and network analysis. So all the 3 you can post it as one single assignment. That will do. There is no need to do it in 3 different assignments there. One single file only submit ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ, and then I'll just go through the assignments as well. And I'll be sharing some questions on replacement by tomorrow. I think once we have done with this chapter. Okay, you can practice some problems also at home so that you'll be clear with this. A very, very simple chapter. I think it is also like any other chapters in OR where very basic calculations and minimum formulas are used. So if you remember the steps and logic clearly, I think you can easily bank on these questions in the exams as well. Okay. Only in the second method, it's slightly complex. I think the last method, that's also okay. I'll just explain how to do it. Otherwise, the whole chapter is very simple to follow. Okay. I think we can end the class now, and we'll continue the class in the evening. Okay. So thank you all. So, and we'll meet again in the evening. Okay. Thank you. And CR, please, register the attendance as well, and you can share me maybe by end of the day.
Yes, sir. It's done, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.